value of being. The guys, of course, all over the publicity, and Matt Good in town, of course, to be talking about New Music West. He's going to be the keynote speaker. Please welcome Matthew Good and Rich Prisk. Matthew.
Hey. Thank you.
Guys, welcome home, so to speak.
Thank you.
Yeah, you know, you're here in town, and the keynote speaker for New Music West. A lot of messages to send to everybody out there.
I'm winging it.
He's winging it. Nothing prepared, just going to be going on. You and Gene Simmons.
Just going to go talk, yeah.
You're not going to compare notes,
I'm going to go talk about the Kiss coffin, actually, the entire time, because it's a genius invention. I wish I would have thought about it.
It's marketing genius, kind of like Star Wars, isn't it?
Well, you can keep beer in it, he says, when you're alive. And when you're dead, of course, you get buried in it. So you could drink yourself to death, really. Just crawl inside the coffin and wait to go.
Death and booze go hand in hand. Now, we were talking earlier backstage about more of deconstruction. Rich, that's kind of how you put it, the Matthew Good Band. A lot of the good things that obviously came out of the chemistry with the band remain, and it's a lot more fun now. Is that the gist of it?
It's, you know, we're having a lot of fun. Got a new band put together, changing some stuff around, some new surprises, and having a good time.
You're right back to work. I'm going to get to that a little bit later. I wanted to talk about as a keynote speaker, you're going to be talking to a lot of talent out there that are going to be hanging on every word and saying, Matthew Good, the God.
I will ruin them all.
He's gonna...
No.
We'll corrupt them all. What can we expect from the speech?
Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm going to be talking really to kind of new artists. I really kind of want to focus on that, really about artist development, because it's not something that happens in the industry anymore. You're kind of given one single and one video. And we were at the tail end of that as a band. We kind of made our first 2 records with our own money, and the industry kind of sought us out instead of the other way around. Right. And that really doesn't happen in music anymore. And that's a really important thing. That and integrity, artistic integrity, because we kind of live in a day and age void of that, really. Yeah,
as well, you're respected, well respected in the early going as an independent artist. Now, is that something else that you're going to be telling them out there?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, a lot of bands, I think, focus on the fact that if you get a record deal, things are, you know, I mean, it's pretty much a done deal. You get a record deal, you put out a record, it's all going to go well. Yeah. And the fact is that if you can develop yourself, and you'll have a hell of a lot more control over your career. Right. You know, you can call your own shots, so...
True enough. And you know, a lot of people kind of have a misconception about being in music. They're in it for all the wrong reasons as well. It's all about money making. It really is an art form after all. And it's kind of another message you might want to
Like my old man used to say, they don't crack your ribs open and bury you with cash stuffed inside your body. So
it's all what's inside.
Might as well leave something better for people to remember you by, huh?
All right, more of the guys coming up, and we'll get into more of the music here after David Usher, A Day in the Life at number 9 on Select. Concert festivals that Matthew Good will be touring this summer. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. David Usher involved with one of those, and we'll get into that later in the interview. Now, guys, we're going to talk about the music now, a little bit different stuff coming up, the next project. You guys are already back to work.
Yep.
And we can expect some. You guys must be excited about this, aren't you? Goes hand in hand with the deconstruction of the band and kind of reinvention of the Matthew Good Band. What can we expect from the next project now?
I don't know. I started writing the record that we're going to make in June, July, I guess in October. I started writing it, and I finished it probably in February or, February, March kind of thing. So it'll be out late this year, early next year sometime, I think. And it's different, kind of really fed up with the pump your fist in the air rock thing.
Oh, yeah?
Really, it's kind of boring, man. It's old hat.
Got to reinvent it now.
But, you know, I just don't want to be a 20-year-old, 30-year-old. You know?
True enough. Got to live your age.
Exactly.
Well, which will obviously made a kick-ass tour when this thing gets going.
Well, actually, it's fun because the band's a 5-piece now. So we're afforded the opportunity to do a lot stranger stuff live. And we've taken a lot of Matthew Band songs and reinvented them completely. You know, like redone them and that kind of thing, stretched them out.
What about visual stimulation while you're on tour? Last time, you kind of predicted the future. Last time I saw you guys, you had the Soundgarden Bad, or Soundgarden Good, Savage Garden Bad on your speakers. The Savage Garden since
I'm kind of done. I'm done with the slogans primarily because my guitar tech Daryl Fleming hates cutting tape up and doing that. I think the last one I came up with was like 7 lines after that, and he basically told me to go screw myself and walked out.
We're at a tape. You think of something else to say?
Yeah, but no, actually, it's kind of we're kind of going a little old school with our show now. It's just kind of a band. We were having a conversation about this the other day and deciding that if you need pyro, you probably are covering something up. So, you know what I mean? Which you got to envy people like Bob Dylan and Billy Bragg for that, because if you can walk out on the stage and, you know, captivate an entire audience with you and a guitar, you're pretty much king of the hill.
So as you're saying, then a lot of that side stuff that goes on at concerts is really just something to cover up what they're lacking?
Yeah, sometimes I would say. I mean, it just depends what kind of band you want to be. If you want to be the kind of band that wants to roll it into this mega entertainment thing, then sure. If you want to just be the kind of band that plays and you can tell that the band's intent is there, then go be that kind of band, right?
Rich, what kind of band do you guys want to be?
Well, I think we want to be the kind of band that people want to go and see again and again. You know, we've deconstructed a lot of the songs. We're doing a different approach, and we've created these sort of. It's not as rigid as it once was. So we've allowed that freedom to sort of, you know, some nights it's going to be not so great, and other nights it's going to be through the roof. And that's sort of what we're after, you know, rather than just recycling the same thing.
Coupled with the drinking, it should be quite an adventure.
Exactly.
Mixed with booze, it's the Matthew Good Band reinvented.
Exactly.
Okay, we'll talk some tour dates as well coming up after we head over to Exan, who is chilling with Mushroom Head. Guys?
Toast.
Thank you very much, Exan. We're back here on the West Coast. Matthew Good and Rich Chris of the Matthew Good Band, and the guys, of course, very popular with the fans in here, and they have a few questions they wanted to ask you, some of the audience members. Jonathan, why don't you come over here? Jonathan, you have a question for the guys. Go ahead.
Yeah, hi, I'm Jonathan. I'm from Vancouver. Excuse me.
No problem. You just go ahead and clear that throat there.
Too much yelling because I'm so excited to be here. I was wondering if you ever get tired of people constantly criticizing you for, you know, what you believe in, and every time you open your mouth, people are jumping on you.
No. I would think if I was doing something wrong, it would be quite the opposite, so I just kind of take it as doing something right.
There you go.
Really.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Complacency is not really my bag. Really, I really don't think art should be complacent, and the second it becomes so, it's just kind of more of an entertainment thing than it is an art thing. So.
It is kind of an entertainment value, really, and you consider yourself maybe that you're going to lighten up, maybe, with that kind of stuff, being political?
No, man, I don't think that, you know, I don't really think that I don't wake up in the morning, let's put it this way, I don't wake up in the morning and think, you know, what kind of can I get into today?
Yeah.
I don't really do it. I just kind of, you know, say what I think.
Yeah.
Just like anybody else would, just because I happen to be in this business and I'm afforded press and, you know, people listen to what I say.
Yeah.
I have to watch my P's and Q's. It's kind of ridiculous.
Everybody has an opinion. It's however someone takes it is the difference. Sarah?
My name's Sarah. I'm from Poco, right next to the pig farms I just found out. But yeah.
Oh, that was nice. Thanks, Sarah. Thanks for that. Really, yeah. Okay, so why does Matt have to know about that?
Yikes.
Well, anyways, my question is, I was just wondering what was happening with the rest of the bands. Like, are there any solid plans, or is it just kind of go with the flow kind of thing?
I have no clue. I haven't talked to either of them in quite a while. So
Okay.
no idea.
Went their separate ways.
Couldn't tell you.
Thank you, Sarah. Yeah, so how does that work then? The communication is just not there? They've just kind of went their way?
Yeah, it was an amicable thing. You know, the thing was, when we were making the audio being, it was very much, we had turned into a band that was, certain members were in the business of making music, and certain members wanted to make music. And we were kind of four guys making four different records, really. So, and that kind of...
So now it's more of a collective.
Well, nah, kind of, it's more... kind of just me and Rich. Me and Rich. Well, and you know, Pat and Kristen Thorvaldsen, who played with Copyright, played guitar with Copyright's playing with us, which is, I've been a fan of his playing, you know, we've been copping his vibe, really, for the better part of a decade, I think, so.
Excellent. More of the Matthew Good Band coming up after Velvet Empire with big debut at number 8. This is Front on Me. Velvet Empire makes a debut at number 8. That's Front on Me. Hot Stars 2 from the brand new CD, hanging out with Matthew Good Band. And we have one more question here from the audience, and we'll get to that. Nathan, step up.
Sure.
Right here, buddy.
Hey, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
We were actually watching you backstage on the monitor, enjoyed this. We hadn't seen this in quite a while. That was nice.
The Gretzky pump.
That was very nice.
My question is, I'm Nathan from Abbotsford, BC.
Hey, Nathan, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm Brad. I'm an alcoholic. Yes.
That's pretty bad.
See you on Wednesday.
No, kids, don't believe everything.
My question is, for starting out bands, what advice would you have for us to get known?
Well, first of all, don't go about it in the respect of wanting to get known. Because when you kind of look at it that way, it's all about making it, you know, as far as other people are concerned, what their idea of making it is. The things to remember if you're in a new band is A, what you think is great usually isn't. There's gonna be a growth period, you know what I mean? Everyone thinks the first 10 songs they write is like, you know, the most fantastic thing they've ever done in their life. Me included. 900 songs later, I still have a bad opinion of myself.
Still working on it.
Exactly.
Thanks very much, Nathan, for the question. Thank you.
That's really an answer that could take about 5 hours to answer, really, so.
To get inside,
Don't light yourself on fire.
to
for
get
the love
inside
of
his head, you
Christ.
have to book an appointment. It'll take a couple days. We'll get it.
Sit in the chair.
Thanks for all the questions in the audience, and if you want to check out Matthew Good, you're going to be kind of busy this summer, along with producing the next project.
Yep.
So we got a few concert festivals we want to talk about. One happening in British Columbia that's going to be really fun for you, May 16th through 19th.
Yeah.
Cayuga Fest.
Cayuga, I think. Yeah, we're doing that in Ontario.
Or,
Isn't it?
Yeah, but the one in BC, the Vanderhoof as well.
Oh, yeah,
Vanderhoof,
by Prince George, yeah.
Yeah.
We like playing in the middle of nowhere. It's a great thing. Especially at night, right? Because you're like in the mountains in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
There's just something about singing and looking up and seeing all that.
Just
It's
out in the elements.
It's crazy.
That one in BC, of course, goes August 3rd. And you're going to be in Calgary for the Stampede. Anything else that during the summer where people can check you out?
I think there's a couple other things on the books right now, but nothing's confirmed. So just a Stampede, of course, which I just always agree to do because I get to dress up in ridiculous clothes. And
What, Stampede gear, you mean?
yeah, man. You worked in Calgary long enough.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
did.
that's about. You get up in the morning, you find the most ridiculous Western store you can find. You drop some money, you get stupid clothes.
It's really the
and
only
you can
time.
get away with it. It's kind of like Halloween, except in July.
Yeah, it's really the only time that you wear cowboy hats and you think, man, I'm looking good.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm blending.
That's right.
Anywhere else, it's just like, dude, lose the hat. But it works in Calgary during the Stampede.
Very true.
It's been a pleasure, guys. You know what? Best of luck over the summer. Really.
Thanks for having us, man.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thank you, Matthew. Good. And good luck over the summer. More videos coming your way. Video number 7 coming up after the break.